follow is a presentation of MRE Uno, Division 1. The tunnel has a unique way of seeing the light, but also closing in. If last round was closing in, today there's a little bit of light, and it beckons on a couple. We started off with the man, the myth, the legend they call the OG7. And he's a really good player on that OG. But he's been here since the start. A 14-time participant in this league. Sure, he may have not won a tournament yet. He does have a podium. But today, a win here, he can kiss a goodbye. He'll be in the Super League 2025. But on the other end, it's Aria. And for Aria, it's been a different type of year. Started off slow. Sure, he got the Peter win, then lost to Leah. Then needed some momentum. And what momentum was that T4 run. Sure, it ended up in a loss to Caesar. But Aria is a unique player. Also likes 5, 8, 7. What do you mix when you get a salad of 7 and 7 cards? OG. And this is going to be an OG game. Both have been here since the start. They've been here before a league was born. Back in 2022. They know the system. They know the pedigree. The question is, who will see the light first? Hello everybody and welcome to the massive game in the Tunnel region. It's the 04 vs 5. Another 4 vs 5 though. We saw one earlier today. We'll talk about how that went down. What a game we're in store. OG Aria, OG Myth. They've been here from the past. It's a little blast from the past. You're going to see some crazy gameplay and some speed kills for sure. We go into that schedule, and the schedule goes as follows. It was a big win for Nam, pulling the upset over Abion. Abion had everything in front of him, but unfortunately, some miscalculations and some things he'll probably learn for next year now, as Nam gets the win and keeps his dream alive of Super League to run it back-to-back. Probably the bigger shock of the day on a off-stream game, Curtis Caesar. DJ was just looking to play spoiler, and he did indeed play spoiler. A clutch win in 7. Caesar now on the scoreboard table, just hoping to check back in one more time to Super League. He's on the scorer's table looking for that check to get back in to the BKK, so he'll play Scoreboard City come the rest of the tournament. Of course, we got the big one right here between Myth and Aria, and then the last game of the night. Well, can you ask for anything more? Another rematch. Nick versus Andy. Nick, nothing to lose, everything to gain. And for Andy, it's basically a revenge game. If you can get it on Nick, he'll start looking at Super League. Crazy implications. That's just the start of today in the round. We go to the pod. This pod's already insane as is. The winner of this will either get Verigo or Gun. That's tomorrow. That will be the first one, I think, scheduled already to go for Swarm 16. Big playoff game for Gon, especially. Gold with some of the losses behind could theoretically be in a good spot, but for Gon, everything to lose, everything to gain. Going to be a go with the 1-9 tomorrow. This one's coming up next. Should be a go one as well. We're going to keep it brief. We're going to make it happen quick, though, because we are on a little bit of a time crunch on my end. Joining me in the booth's going to be Ed and Sanford. Cannot wait for this game. I'm going to go with Sanford for the OG Myth style because he's played them. He's played them both. But I'm going to go with Myth, and Ed's going to go to the Aria style. We'll start off with Sanford. Sanford, you've played Myth. What are some of the keys that makes his 7 game, right? He loves that 7-8 combo so lethal with his speed. How does he attack Aria today? Go ahead.
Well, I mean, you kind of mentioned it. It's going to be a fast-paced thing, I think, for Myth. It's going to be how well is he going to handle Aria slowing things down? Because looking at the chat, looks like Aria is going to has already mentioned she might try and play it slow a little bit today. And making sure that Myth doesn't make those mistakes, because a lot of times the problem is when you're playing quick, it can lend yourself to a little bit of mistake uno. So I think playing mistake free is going to be the key for Myth today.
Real quick before I get to Eddie at the tail of the tape. 7th, this is the top 25 shout out. 7th Myth, 24th ranked Aria, but we know some losses have already happened. Think about Logan losing. We saw Ghost was behind Aria, and then of course Ed. There are been some losses. Caesar just lost. The chaos can happen. 4-3 and 4-2, the respective records in this tournament alone. And of course, Aria 6-1 in this round, pretty lethal. 2-time medalist. Myth 4-7, also his favorite to win this game in 7 today. We'll see how that one goes for sure. Now I'll go to Ed. Now that we got that pregame out of the way a little bit, your thoughts on Aria, man? Because you've seen Aria play, you've done some maybe 1 or 2 streams in the past. What makes her game very similar to Myth in the quick style, but a little bit different? We know her power play game isn't about finishing runs; it's about stopping or getting to another number. It's one of the unique power plays we see in the game. Talk to me about how she could possibly throw Myth off today. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think Myth's got to look out for possibly Aria playing that power play as a defensive move. A lot of people don't expect that. They usually expect it to be a run to the finish, but you got to look out. If you're making a run, you might see that power play come up, and she could stop you right there in your tracks. And Aria's the kind of player to play upset. I think a lot of people are expecting Myth to move on, get into Super League, but you got to watch out for Aria. She's here to win.
Well, we're gonna go to Myth. I'm gonna just give Aria the question how that pre-type. It's pretty much biggest pressure moment since C5 2023. Playing the OG, how do you create runs? I'm going to go to you, Myth. Myth, obviously, a win here today, that would seal it, right? You get a win here today, they ain't going to deny you from a Super League spot. Good resume. You've had a good season. A loss here, then maybe there's some question marks, but you're still looking pretty good. Does that give you a little bit more house money, knowing that whatever happens today, it's been a great season, career season. You've never had even touched the stratosphere of 8 wins. Does that give you a little confidence knowing you've had a career year and you can come into this with the unique style that not many people have, other than maybe Cap, Aria, ironically, where it's just that fast OG style and run people down the other way? We talk about knobs attrition. This is a different type of speed kills. Let me know.
Yeah, this matchup, anything can go. I prefer winning this because I want to go as far as I can this tournament and keep the momentum going so I can lock that Super League spot.
Short, sweet to the point. For Aria, it's about adaptability, finding ways to create plays throughout the game. Expect a lot of versatility to be the name of the game. And hopefully that sees me on top. Well, it's all about the playoffs, baby. Super League is on the line for both, but especially Aria needs to get the win, otherwise a loss here. And that opens the door for other people behind. We saw Ghost lose. Yoshi's lurking. We have Lamas lurking. Not a lot of people are lurking in the shadows. It's all about the pressure. Here we go. Let's get down to business. Myth, you know the drill. Welcome to the home team. Welcome to the home game. Welcome to the tunnel region. Game 1, my friend. We've done this so many times in your career. How many are we going to go with? I think we already know what we're going to go with, though.
I probably have it typed out already, but 7.
Yep. There it is. That's Myth, baby. 7 cards. Put it in. Shorts on scoreboard. And now is our ref. So let's get it done. Me and Ed with Sanford on the call. Here we go, boys. Let's have a good one. We're starting off with the Yoshi reverse. And Sanford, I'll go to you first, man. Simply, on a starter like that with 7 cards, how important is to get a good start and a good feel? Could you get a feel on 7 cards? Or do you think it's a case because they both like this, the feeler is out the window? Let me know.
I think realistically, it's a different type of feel. You can try and feel out what your opponent maybe is going to try and do, but it's hard for, at least in this day and age, it's hard for a 7-card start to really get a good feel of what the bot might be trying to do for you. Because I think one of the things from this year that's key is almost trying to anticipate what the bot is, almost kind of playing 2 different opponents at the same time, at least early on, is figure out what's the bot going to be doing for you. How can you work what the bot's doing into your advantage as well?
Definitely looking to see what the bot will do as we tie it up at 5, still running the yellow. And Ed, when's that switch going to come in? When do you think that switch will come into play? Is that more magnifying a 7-card compared to a 15?
Yeah, I mean, they can't go on yellow forever on a 7-card start. I mean, they're already down to 5 and 4 cards, but they're most
Not
likely
mentioned
going to
is
have to
right
switch
there.
to make something happen.
There's the draw. There's your first Moment of drawing. Let's see if Myth can get this down. As you said, to 3 here. He had the home court, and he'll draw back. So now, there's plan B right there on the money. And I expect this to be draw city here, Sanford, at some point. Maybe not right here as we go for the switch, but at some point there will be a draw city. Well, turns, yeah, that's a classic JT topper. Here comes Myth, double play in his own card into the 0. Here's Ed. You like that one, Ed?
I like that. Yeah, of course.
Here comes Aria looking at match as well. We know Aria is not a player to do 5-card runs. Usually a single player. Goes one at a time. We still had those people in the league. As Myth gets the switch over, Sanford, that's big. Big break right there.
Big switch. I will correct and say Aria is known to do single card chain, not necessarily. She's still known for big runs. I mean,
yeah, single card chain. So we know Aria can get a run. Gets the right switch on the 9. Myth will have a shot to fire though in the red. Does he have anything on this red?
They're opened on Uno.
You might have
What
something.
is Myth going to throw out here? Oh,
double play to check. Double check. We rarely see double Uno in this league. Nothing. Myth for the win on a steal. No. Oh, that would have been something. Rarely see double Uno. Rarely see it. Now it's top deck. And we talk about draw city. There it is, Sanford Ed. There's your first one for real now.
Just the timing of that, too. I mean, the fact that he had the double play to get to Uno, that was insane.
Yeah, we've been seeing really good gameplay. I mean, maybe not so much earlier today with Abion. He kind of got into his own head, but the Caesar DJ was good. This one seems to be good as we go for a top break right here off the lane 7. But we've been seeing really good pressure Uno, and I think, what's the old saying? To create damage, you need pressure. There you go. We got some damage right here. Yeah.
And Myth gets the color swap there. It's interesting to me also that he played the double play because sometimes you might think try and maybe play the red 7 only and then just hope that you can get the chain for the reverse later. But
Myth checks it off the coach 4, and he's been just finding the right numbers. Is Naria's draw? Is this Myth for game 1?
Wow, is this it?
No.
No.
Top deck. We're waiting for the toppers now. That's going to be the key, Ed. It's going to be those toppers. Can Myth get it? He's known for this, too. He's one of those players, but not here.
Yeah, just got to draw back, get ammo that works, and get right back down. I mean, still less than 5 cards for each player. So
now, Sanford, do you want to switch? I mean, that's the thing. Switching now could be the nail in the coffin with how much.
If you're Aria, you don't. If you're Aria, I think if you have like a yellow at some point, you definitely are playing it, especially in the case where Myth just played.
There you go.
As there's the other yellow too. So, but I think for Aria, if you're playing yellows, I think it's not as bad of a situation as necessarily maybe switching off a color.
See what Aria will do.
Don't have yellow to draw, but
still going to draw back. Not a shocker, to be honest. It's still early. Let's see if Myth can get any toppers. No, and now Ed, it's that draw city, man. It's just drawing it back, seeing what you can do, pull a little slack on the old reel, and see what's out there in a tunnel of light.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting how sometimes these lower card starts turn into really long games just because the players just don't have the cards to get the win, so they end up drawing back for a large part of the game.
But Sanford, what do we always say about a 5 to 7 card start? It's either A, going to be a beeline to the finish, or B, we're going back on the track always.
It's usually, except for in the quick players, which Myth obviously is on the quick side. Usually it ends up being 5 to 7. It's either it's over in a minute or less, or it's 8 minutes or more. So, yeah.
So we go for the yellow 9 right there in Acosta. Ed, we talk about Myth loves these slow games, right, in a sense of time. Not much duration. We're over 4 or 5 minutes. Does that favor Aria in a sense that maybe she's seen a little bit more endurance? We know Myth likes getting things done in 2 minutes. That's not going to be the case here.
Yeah, I feel like Aria's kind of drawn back a lot more than Myth has, so she might have a better arsenal of cards at this point. But Myth are already down to 3 cards, so Aria has to be careful with how she plays this.
Man, Myth is just continuing, Sanford, to get these right numbers at the right time. JT again, second time we've seen that one.
Yeah, and now down to just 3 5s in the deck. Aria, if she has a swap here, would only be able to swap it to green or red.
Here comes Aria with a run. Going to try to get out of it? No. Double Myth for check again. He's been here so many times, living in Check City. But when does he sign off on that check?
We've seen that
he signs off on it.
Wow.
he signed off pretty damn well right there. I gotta say, Sanford. You want to ask a question, Ed or Sanford? A bit. I gotta type them Aria. So go ahead. One of you guys can take care of that.
I guess question from Myth would be, how long were you sitting on the +4? Obviously, you definitely had to have drawn that at some point in the game, but how long were you sitting on it?
I think the same thing.
It was during the Draw City. I was like, I got it after like in the long Draw City, like early on in that. And then once I had the connectors
After
and
the
the
double Uno,
switchers,
or the
I
one
got
after
it.
the double Uno, or different Draw City?
After a double Uno, let me reply to where I got it.
Oh, okay, so while on the yellow too. Okay, so you'd played a few cards after that.
Oh, that's already that. Now I'll go to Myth right here. Another thing, man, you were just getting a lot of lucky numbers too. Do you think that's a little bit of element of luck on a 7, or do you think that's a little bit of mixture of feel as well? Because if you think about it, a lot of the 5s, Sanford mentioned, 3 5s were coached. Were you saving up some double numbers, a little poker play, just in case you saw Aria throw one of them numbers down? Because it worked out pretty good. Did you develop a little poker strat to really play clean towards the end there and use that +4 enabler?
Just about having the right numbers at the right time. And that's sometimes a good thing about having more number cards is you can just like switch the color or do whatever to go closer to the finish.
That's it, Ed. He just mentioned it. More number cards on a 7-card start. More numbers, thing of beauty. You don't have to worry about 15. Where 15, you got 10 numbers. You're gonna have to fight. But with 7, all numbers, you can get out of it for sure. Talk to me about the balance of that.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it's all about drawing out your opponent, getting your opponent to draw back with you as well. I mean, if you got all those numbers and not able to connect it to a finish, drawing back's really the best option there to
Okay.
kind of just take your time, grab some more ammo, and just as Myth did there with that +4, that's what you gotta do.
Sam, for your thoughts on that from Aria, saving a little resources. You're a guy to really go on that 6-5-7 combo once in a while. You think that's a good response considering it's only game 1?
Oh, let me look at the response. Let's see. I don't think there's much that I can do. I think there's definitely something to be said there for. There's definitely something to be said for knowing when and where to want to play some of the ammo necessarily and just kind of keeping it to the end. Aria is definitely a staple for that. I've picked up on it a little bit, tried to implement it at times, but it's a balance. You don't want to look at the end of the game and then be on the losing end of series and look back and say, yeah, I could have played that there in hindsight, could have played that there, stuff like that.
It's always a balancing act, and for the balancing act for Myth, it'll be no 7, but he'll have a free board than that. Myth, your call, buddy. No 7, free other than that. What are we thinking?
8.
Yep, knew it. It's either going to be 8 or 6. He'll go crazy here with the
I have a
crazy
feeling.
8s. And now, crazy 8s, 1 up this time from the 7 OG as we started off with the Allen 9. I think it's going to be about the aggression again. I think, can Aria use a little bit more of her resources in a sense of defense? And how does Myth try to run the pace? Because he'll draw here, but it doesn't mean he's out, especially with 8 cards. You can find ways to just draw, hope for a little play. Maybe he's got a reverse lurking, a skip lurking, just needs 1 card. So you can't say he's out, and there's the skip right there.
Yeah, just as you said, dialing up that aggression, especially going 1 down. So last game, I can definitely see her dialing up the aggressiveness going forward.
There's the aggressiveness going forward. Now it's Myth going into the B4. Aria, Juiced, and Samper. Is this 3 colors on both sides? We're about to find out.
Well, Myth with a Ditto Plague combined
Double
words
knob.
there.
Double knob, yep. Go ahead, Sam.
Yeah, it looks like Aria definitely in a bind a little bit. Myth rolling with it right now early on, trying to get that lead again. And truthfully, I think that's the better spot to be in nowadays, is just have that lead. It gives you a little bit of space where if you have to draw, you can draw and not be too worried about where your opponent is.
Yeah, it's the toggle switch, man. We've been seeing it lately so far. It's just the leaderboard, where you are on that table. If you're up a couple possessions, it's just a little momentum. And if you're down, you got to figure out a way to get back up. And as we go to nerd, how many times Myth had JT5? It's been a storyline.
That's at least 3, I think.
But that's the thing. Right? That's a great point that Sanford made as we go into the yellow 5. Being up is not the worst thing, especially in the sense you can force the switches. That'll both go into a neutralized color here.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, sometimes you can use those switches to your advantage to just even if you don't have anything, just get both to draw back and yeah.
I appreciate that. And now we're going to the yellow 6 into the green 6. There's Vapor. And now Sanford, the switching wars are out of control. Red's still possibly lurking from behind for Myth. Aria, we don't know, has any blue. We'll see if one of them's saving for something.
Well, we've now got Pandora's box open as well. This was a 4th color that we were waiting on.
Here comes
Aria
Aria
with
in
the
reverse.
ammo.
Double play. That's it. Now Myth looking for a big shot right here. Go for a double of his own. Matches into Yepes from Leah. He's down at 3 into that red zone. Aria down 4 possessions. Can she fire anything? Yeah, we'll see what will be. Does Aria have anything to respond back with? Taking your time loading up.
I was going to say, I was about to try and say, could have several things here, especially on the color swaps.
Back to red. Great play from Aria, but did Myth come prepared with a trip 7 pack? Did he come prepared for the party, or is it a +4 to enable her to the finish? He's known for this as well. That's a heat check. No power play. Okay. Great save for Myth.
Though. Aria with 8.
What does she have here to stop this?
It's interesting, Sam. That was game if he does power play, so he's going to save it. Interesting.
You must be confident in that she doesn't have anything to stop this.
It's definitely going to be a risk right there. Now, let's see. Here comes Aria. Does she have an end around? That's probably the first thing you think of. If it's not the +4 and end around, throw her +2. That will stop it right there.
There we go.
Oh, double +2. That power play looking like more could have happened. So that's a big win for Aria in a sense that keeps the game going.
How clutch was the wild too? Because imagine Myth draws on that +2.
Oh yeah.
Myth making it clear he wants to save that power play for the clutch moment right there.
100%. Well, sometimes he just fades it all together. He doesn't use it all. We've seen that too with him. He's a guy that doesn't really go for it unless he absolutely has to. So we'll see. Here comes Aria.
The double +2 giving her that possession lead too, which is nice.
Now Myth going for a potential G9, and as he'll continue to run the green, can Aria start to generate a finish out? Let's see.
She used those 2 +2s. I mean, maybe she wanted to save those towards the run to the finish, but she had to throw them out in the defense there. But see if she can piece it together here.
We'll see. They get 2 freshies for Myth though with the red +2. So let's see if there's still more in tank, or is this a little bit of split ammo, Chamic style. Taking her time. This is big, Sanford. You got to think with Myth, any lead is exaggerated. 1-0, 2-0. If he goes up to even 3-0, it's an exaggeration with the way he runs these games so low tier for sure.
Yeah.
Take your time. What?
Yeah, it's too quick for me a little bit sometimes.
You're good, man. You're good. But we're still waiting for her. Taking her time. It could be slow because of the modeling. Who knows? But while we had this little break here in the action, you wonder here, Ed, 2 things. We talked about the split ammo, or is it just that early fade? We talked about Myth. He had faded off the start. Well, guess what? He faded. He faded that red off the start, and now we know why, because that was that red +2. If you're Aria, in a sense, you don't have any blue potentially, of course.
Yeah.
But you faded off the blue too, and you had some of the back end. So here comes that split ammo.
Oh, here we go.
That's what we said. This is the Chamic style. Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Wow, she had more in the tank.
How
I
many
did not expect that.
What is that? Quad +2? Not a finish? Oh,
It's down to Uno, though. I mean, I don't know if does Myth have anything here to stop this.
This is Myth. You know he's going to have something. There's no way. You don't finish. This is like Abion. You don't finish the game. We've seen this movie before. Something's going to happen on the back end, especially with plus 12 now going the other way at some point.
Oh, yeah.
Well, up to 11.
Yeah, he's going to have something cooked right here. There it is.
Yep.
Keeps it alive. Yep.
Into
Huge.
blue, no less.
Yeah, into the gangsta, into his own card. You're already going to respond back with double Myth. Interesting. Good draw right there. Off that plus 4 freshies.
No more blue skips.
Myth's going to run a clean, testing at Aria to get this down and back to 2, maybe. Myth has seized a little momentum, and it will seize a little bit more here. Yep. And he'll go to the Brad Blue Deuce, and now it's a 2-possession game here. Sanford's itching closer. 1 possession now.
That spot for Aria stuck drawing while Myth is
Well, that's a
running with it,
jailbreak.
but gets the bail out right there.
There's the bail, Sanford, into the bow tie. Aria can run, but is Myth gambling on no plus 2s in yellow? Is that the gamble, maybe? Is that what he's thinking? Can't go the other way?
It's not a gamble. There is no plus 2s in yellow. I think the idea would be whether or not he's gambling on
Reverse skip meta.
Out.
Yeah. Yeah, I think, and Nick was here earlier today. How many times have we seen that move where you just give the opponent the sniff, they'll make you pay?
Oh.
That's going to work, though. That's exactly what Aria needs. That red Myth is still juiced on the red, even with all those cards. That's insane. Here comes Aria. Double play. Can Myth get that 7 over back to the green? I was just about to say. Into your Pez.
Check.
Gutsy move from Myth. Aria to get this to check. Or is it a finisher or a plus 4? Another plus 4? That'd be something. See what it'll be. Aria taking her time. We've seen a lot of numbers off the board. We've seen some ammo off the board. Plus 2s have been going off the shelves. Does she have anything cooked up here? Is it a reverse skip meta Sanford to finish it off? Is it just a classic switch? We'll see.
Could be double reverse, green, yellow.
Yeah, something like that. We know Aria is one of those players that likes to finish on runs. Any sort of runs. It could be 2 cards even.
It feels like she's cooking up something here.
Power play.
Ooh.
That's
gonna numbers.
Yeah, numbers, 100%. Yep, numbers. That's it. Interesting. So Myth will have the power play advantage. He had the power. I'm going to go to Myth here. Myth, I mean, you had the power play earlier in the game. Didn't use it. Let's start off there. Why didn't you take it? You just didn't feel confident in anything in the back end, or did you want to save it for the clutch moment like these guys were saying?
I wanted to save it for another round, especially when she still had her power play, so I wasn't sure if she was going to save it for another round when the score's a bit closer.
Interesting. Then I'll have to go to you on the second question. Early in the game, you had that first half pretty locked in. Ultimately, the second half, the quad plus 4, man, you started to profit off that in the blue. Could you have played, or not, the yellow? Could you have played a different yellow number? Because you didn't have any red the entire game, basically, other than that plus 2, which is interesting.
Yeah, at the start, I didn't really have any reds, and then I got that red plus 2. Yeah. Somehow the red cards didn't come to me for pretty much all the game. And then when at the end, it was pretty much all numbers.
Let me say, for how many times have people been in that position where it's 3-colored, you got to figure out a way to win? There's Myth right there, prime example. Talk me through it, how he's going to have to adjust if he sees that meta again.
I mean, if I had the answer, I'd probably be an 11-win player still this year.
Gotta tell me, you got the experience. You got the experience in the past.
Well, no, I got the experience. The problem is it's not an easy answer of what to do, because of how good the league is.
That's true.
I think realistically, it's comes down to a lot of times it's just playing that gamble of being aggressive, knowing which number swap you want to be, and being concrete in it, and being able to think almost 5 moves ahead. It used to be that you were trying to think 3 moves ahead. Now you're almost having to try and think 5 moves ahead. Like, if I play this and they do this, what am I going to be able to do? And that's really what it comes down to when you're getting numbers.
And is it just becoming more of a league of progressions now? We talk about progression, going through your progressions. We talked about being a 3-tier player in a sense, 5-tool player. Now it's if you got to be a 5-tool player, you got to think 5 moves ahead. You got to have 20 different bags of your tricks. There's 25 different metas. Just talk to me through the experience is ridiculous. Talk me through how the evolution of the league has been and how Aria and Myth have to deal with this because we've only been on mid-tier and 7 and 8 package so far.
Yeah, I mean, as this league continues to evolve, we're gonna keep seeing weird and new play styles, and I think that's just a product of the just the continuing of the league just getting older, people finding new ways to win. I think we're always gonna see new things, and I mean, yeah, I mean, there we go.
I mean, it also helps that these people have got a tactical amount of games 163 games for Myth, 153 games for Aria playing their careers. That's a lot of games, 300 plus games. That's you think about the magnitude of that. That's getting it done regardless. And you
Right.
look at Aria, of course, you look at Myth, they're both up there in wins, 15-time winner, 14-time winner, 29 combined wins. That's getting up there. So Aria's had a bit ambitious there, Sanford, with the +2s. Glad it paid off. Good tactic, good risk reward. So interesting. So far, the battle lines have been risk reward ratio, when to be aggressive, and then for Myth, the psychological factor of I lost that game, I got a sniff. How important is even when you lose a game, you got a sniff of a chance to fight back? Does that give you a little confidence despite the L, knowing now I'm in the opponent's homestand here, and at least I got one where I know I'm comfortable in that 6 to 8 package for sure. Talk me through it.
I mean, it's interesting. I think it depends on the situation you're in. I think if you're Myth, you're looking at that as a missed opportunity, I think. Because sure, yeah, you still have the 5 games, but now you've already lost one at home. The classic mantra in sports is always you're never out of it until you lose one at home. So Aria is the one that's not out of it because she hasn't lost at home yet. So Aria definitely got a way of stealing one there. I think for the power play, it's definitely a situation of because Myth was able to play the +4 earlier is in the back of her mind, and that made it a less of a risk. It's one of those things, I mean, when I think of players that also play that where they always have like a +2 or +4, knowing that you have to finish the game out on some sort of a run or a power play is usually what comes into play there.
Well, we'll see. No more power plays. You mentioned it for Aria. Myth's still with his, kept it for the clutch moment. Sure, we'll ping Aria. That's right, Aria will get the call. Short's going to do that. No 8. Aria will pick here. We'll see what Short will throw on a ping, and we'll see. Aria's a player to like to go 5 to 8. And I think with the way the game's going, I think she's going upper tier. Let's see if Myth can adjust to it. Oh, well,
Yep.
I'm wrong there.
Oh, I don't know about that.
5-card sprint.
Oh, boy. Well, this is now. Then again, that's right. She is also
1
on
month.
time commitment too. I forgot about that. That's true. Time commitment. Yeah. I think if this was a normal Aria, she would go like 15 or something. But with the time commitment, this could make sense. Here we go. Red 9 now to Allen, starting it off nice.
You definitely
And
would
clean.
think that going after 2 low tiers that you would go high, but kind of surprising us there with that 5 card.
Aria
I
double
think it
skip,
definitely depends.
triple skip.
Well, Myth didn't even have a card. Wow.
Just like that. Check.
Just like that. Check. Myth nothing. He's got no friends on the red today, man. I don't know what he did. Didn't roll the right on the roulette red table. He'll go to blue
He's
for a
got a
wrist. Is that
7.
game?
Oh,
Is that game?
I don't know.
What a play.
Oh. Clutch.
Gamble and a half. That gamble and a half. That's unreal. That's some massive cojones right there for Myth. You don't know what they got on the other end. That's crazy. He'll get a double of his own.
He's got a skip.
His own card into Brad. Aria draws Myth for the lead somehow. Insane.
Well, and that's
He
back
gets
to
the
yellow.
start.
Yellow.
Are you kidding me? Crossover check back? What are we in hockey? We
But did
cross
Aria
check.
have anything left in yellow, or was it just green? Well, she did.
Does have the
6.
yellow. Okay. Myth for check.
D-
This would be an improbable win if he gets this done. If he gets this done,
Doing this
Double
crossover
Uno?
with less than 5 cards too is
oh,
so
got the Uno win. Myth no call out, but does it matter? It does
It
matter.
does.
Aria for the win. No, we're
No!
back. We're back to game one, man. Shades
You
of
got a
game
double
one.
tease on the Uno again.
Deja vu all over again.
Amazing.
I gotta say that was impressive for Myth, man. He should have. Any other guy ain't going to blue in that situation. No way. And he goes to blue, makes a ridiculous call read, and gets away with it and
I
keeps
will
the
say,
game
it
out.
depends on what he had. I mean, obviously he had the yellow too, so it's. I think it depends on where you're looking at. Sometimes with the 5 card, if you're looking at the idea of looking at your hand and how to win, sometimes maybe you do that. But
Here comes Myth. He's good at toppers. He's great at toppers. Triple play.
triple play to green
How many skips have we
and the
seen off
Aria
the
card
start?
to end it.
Little flex right there. New color though. Gives Myth life. Gives Aria life.
So Aria got off that draw too.
I'm not even sure where to begin with this. Where do you even ask a question on this one? This has been that cross check still got me forward. Aria saves the +2, Jay Caesar style.
For the lead.
Oh, double
Huge
+2.
run.
Oh boy.
Hockey, massive run. Back to green. What is this? What is going on here? Myth's
Just
gonna
like
fire
that,
back though.
Aria down to 2 now. Myth up at 8.
Myth's gonna fire back. He's got nothing.
Oh my goodness.
He ran himself. It's right. Aria for check. No power play. So that's the one thing we know for sure. It's got to be double numbers.
But now was the double +2 mistake then? Because Myth, even without the +2s, had nothing.
No, you got to still
Aria
play
could
those,
have got this on green and then done the +2s into wild.
Unless you still got something.
That's true. I mean, that's the only thing. You're right. I didn't think about that. Unless it's a +4, and it doesn't matter. I mean, you just got to burn it off. But we'll see what this play is. Got to be a finish here, right? You're right. You wouldn't do that play unless it's a finish. Not even a that. The zero sugar is.
She could have played the 0.
It might work still. It might work. This has got to be game for the 2-1, surely, right?
You
wouldn't go to that. There's no way. Yeah, there it is. Yeah,
Wow.
but had more green though. You're right. You got to ask. You want to type that question out?
Well,
go ahead. I got to go to Myth here. You type that out. Myth, that was a ridiculous cross check, man. I mean, first off, why the guts to go from blue to yellow right there and get that wraparound back to the blue and then go back to a tease ISO play? I know the green and red left you as a friend, but talk to me about that ballsy move because this could have ended 30 seconds in. You got that out to 4 minutes, which is impressive.
Yeah, so I decided to go for a blue 7 instead of going for a yellow because I was like, I thought she was going to finish it off with a yellow, so I decided to take the risk. And then it was just like ice, and then I didn't really have momentum there. It was just like no action cards for the most part.
No, I definitely understand that, buddy, because I'm still floored how you did that. You found a way to Houdini that without even trying, really. That was insane. Especially, did you have any other you said you had no options on ammo, so I guess that makes sense then, because you wanted to go a wraparound play. I got you. Okay. And as we wait for this answer from Aria, that is the one thing Sanford brings up a good point. Normally, most players, especially with a 0, no problem, especially with a 0 sugar, you're not going to get the switch normally. I think that would have been a safer bet, just go with the 0, but then the 3 as well. That was some guts right there, too, man. Just trying to weed off the extra ammo. I'm not sure.
Yeah, 0 is definitely a smart play right there. I mean, if you can't get that +4 at the end, you got no ammo, but you only got numbers. 0 can just be almost just as effective because it's just so hard to switch off of.
Sanford, there's your response, buddy. Just waiting for the string of moves. I think it's a little bit more than that.
That was a risk and a half. I mean, especially considering she could have, like, even if Myth had a switch off of green, she had that wild in the back pocket that she could have done. In fact, actually, because if I'm thinking about it, because she could have played the 0, if Myth even swaps, could have done the wild into it or into red to then end it off on the run with the 3 as the ender. But I mean, a lot of ways that could have gone differently.
The risk to keep an agreement at the +2s as well.
Myth was at 22.
No, it's a typo.
Was that
You're at 22. If you ain't finishing the game right there, we got a problem. But yeah, that would have been a problem, right? But regardless, looking at this so far, it's just weird, man. When we talk about this set with the 5 cards, sometimes it's an A B line to the finish. That was going to be an A B line to the finish, but Myth made a ballsy call, and if you take away that ballsy call, I think you guys are right. This isn't classic Myth style. This is not 30-second games. This is not 2 minutes. This is long endurance battles that he's going to have to basically prepare for. And these are on his favorite card starts, too. Talk to me about the juxtapositions he's in, Ed, because this is not the usual Myth Uno we know that loves 2 minutes or less.
Yeah, I mean, that ballsy call, it's one of those moves where if it doesn't work out, you're like, it looks like a bad play, that it was a bad risk, like, why'd you do that? But when it works out, you look like a genius because you just stopped that run and with that switch. And sometimes you just gotta make those moves because if you don't, I mean, you're either stuck sitting there drawn back and letting Aria win, but I mean, sometimes you just gotta bust out those moves and no one's expecting it.
We're going to go back to Aria again. No 5, no 8. Sanford, I would be shocked if we continue to not go here into the 6 or 7, but we'll see.
6 or 9.
You think the 7 wouldn't be there? Well, there's the 6, yep.
Well, because she had lost on 7.
That's true. Well,
usually Aria's one of those that's pretty good about the idea of not going back to something she's lost on, even if it is the opponent picked it.
oh my goodness, off the start, double play, already aggressive.
Into a 6.
Yeah,
Gotta
that's
be confident
aggressive.
with the cards you got.
Absolutely, Ed. Aggression's off the charts here. Nothing there. Well, that's what Myth could use right there. A little draw city wouldn't hurt him right here. Yeah, that's not going to hurt. That's not going to hurt. If you're Myth, that's not going to hurt. And I'm going to tell you right now, you need some momentum, man. A draw city is exactly what he's looking for. Just something to get back in the game. You cannot have already get into that flow state. Similar to now, you get those people into those flow states, it's hard to beat.
Yeah, absolutely. Gotta draw back here, gather those cards that you need, and go from there.
But Aria has the possession, Sanford.
For this start too. I mean, just the fact is 6 card starts. I feel like even more so in a 6 versus like the 5 or 7s. It feels like 5 or 7 are more prone to being able to be quick runs. 6 almost, it feels like it's like maybe 8 times out of 10 ends up in the situation of having a draw city.
It's good to know. It's something that we'll have to note as we continue to get more. Because we haven't seen a game like this where it's less than 8 cards on the starters every game, and that's interesting. If we venture up to the higher tier, we'll see how it goes. It's the beauty of this league. It's card start variety, and we're seeing hold the phone. There's a gold skip. Here we go. In the mid skip. That's a triple.
Oh boy. Connecting to that new color.
I get the sense that the blue skip would probably have been the connector there. But it could have been those yellow skip as well, just easily.
We'll mark that down. Maybe we can ask her a question on that blue skip as we continue to run right here clean. Here comes Aria again. Remember, Aria needs this game for super. Goes into red.
Wow.
There's that risk. We hadn't seen it. Similar to Myth with the blue in that last game.
Green.
Great play for Myth. Stops it right there. +2. Not going to take a risk. Takes the lead back.
Takes the lead as well.
Up a possession. Now, Sanford, where do you think the lines are going to be? Because Myth has been ghosting on red this whole series. Do you think he's got more, or just flush everything you got in the red in one color?
I mean, I think if you're Aria, you definitely keep in mind the idea that he's had trouble with red. So I think if you're Aria, if I was playing like Aria here, I'm probably keeping it red as long as possible, just not expecting Myth to be able to run it out to the end.
Oh, hold the phone. Here we go, Ed. Big run from Aria, looking for a double. Double reverse. Toasty Goldie.
Final color.
I'm holding that phone.
Triple play, not a finish though. Myth will have some life again. Does he have any life on a switchback? Or is it a +4?
+2s. I mean, there's not been +2s yet in green, obviously.
We throw right here. He's got something here in Sanford. He wouldn't be loading up this much.
Typing. It's gonna be at least 2.
Nothing.
No, just
Oh.
one down.
Just the one down. Aria for
Let's see
check
that.
to go really in a powerful position. Remember, Myth has that power play still.
Yeah, but I mean, we've talked about power play lock being a 3-1 up. Yeah, you're in a bad situation if you're power play up down 3-1. Because then all of a
Aria's been
sudden that
playing
power
like
play becomes. Sorry.
You good? Go
oh,
ahead.
no problem. Yeah, Aria, I feel like has been playing this whole game like she has a ton of ammo to go with, and she's been showing it, but here just getting down a check.
Man, that's one last shot on the apple. Does he have anything? Or does he stick it clean on the green? Let's see.
He
Here he
has any
comes.
extra ammo. It's going to be where it has to come out.
I don't know,
Maybe
man.
switch to blue.
It's hard to say with only 6 cards. You just never know what's in there.
Almost feels like Aria has a wild.
Well, we'll admit, dude, this is
I mean, if she has a wild, whatever, at that point you don't care. You
can't play. Oh no, he had the winner.
Man.
Apologies for the language. He had it too. That's going to be big. Oh boy, Sam, for that. Now he's going to have to hope and pray. It's clearly a double play or something.
Well,
Yeah.
Unless he was trying to like do a
gotta be
stall
number.
out.
It's got to be a
Pretend that
number. It's got to be a number efficient thing. Has to be. You wouldn't make this call if it wasn't something. Let's see. Aria knows this is probably going to be the game right here, one way or the other. Yep, there it is. Yep, that's it. He had the. Yeah, I know what he was trying to do. The +4
Aria got off that
double
+4.
green. Yep. Well, Aria's got to make a decision here because it's either going to be a double green 8 or something.
Yeah, Aria now knows that Myth has whatever. Myth has either an 8 or green.
Oh well, does Myth still get away with it? Oh,
Get a wild!
Woo! Wow!
Classic.
How did he save that run, man? That is the run saving today has been just insane. Man, Sam,
Not
you got
gonna lie, I would have played that differently. I would have
How would you
definitely
have
played
played
that
that?
differently.
How would you have played that?
To me, I'm going wild into green.
Okay.
Even if Aria switches it, +4 green 8. Whether it's power played or not, that's how I probably would have played that.
Honest to God,
I can back that. I can back that.
Honest to God, this league.
I mean,
think
the problem
either
is
way's fine. Either way's fine.
Less chance of getting
with
burned
power
on a
play.
number switch. I can't. I can agree with that.
I think I still would have done the same thing of picking a different color. At least if you get burned on the color, it's so be it.
I'll trust your
You
judgment.
can't keep it green.
I'll trust your judgment because I don't know how to play these slow cards. That's another thing too.
Well, I mean, obviously you can't keep it green. That's the only thing. It's like had he played the wild in the blue, I don't know. I mean, hindsight, obviously Aria only had green, so it wouldn't have mattered. Or it wouldn't have mattered if he picked any other color. But he gets the win. That's all that matters.
All right, Myth, I'll go to you, buddy. Obviously, we didn't see that power play. Clearly not. No, there was nothing there. Other than that moment right there, do you think where did you pull some of that out of the hat? Did you have some of that say off the start, or the initial draw sitting on yellow was the difference to get the win?
All right, so I believe I had the +4 at the beginning, the wild I got while drawing, and I was waiting to connect everything, and then the reason I played the way I did was because I didn't want to risk going for a different color. Just ended up getting that color at the end. So I did the +4 and I took the risk with the wild being the last card. And on the plus side, I saw my power play.
Yeah, you do. You get away with murder right there. That's huge. I'm going to ask Aria's question. What was that question you wanted to ask Aria? Sam, I'll throw it in there too. What did you want to ask?
Let's see.
Was it about the nines or the skips?
Oh, I think it was about which one was the connector skip.
Yeah. Okay, gotcha.
The yellow and the blue, which one was the connector skip?
Is there a thought of draw? Gecko. All right, there's the question. Looking at this now, understanding Mitt's explanation, personally, I think Sanford's right the way he said it. 100%. I think sort of agree with him. Probably the optimal way to play it. But then I think about in this league, man, especially with a player like Aria. What if you just do regular wild, right? You throw a regular wild, and then Aria's got a wild fin. You just don't know. It's so hard to read when you still have extra wilds out there. I get it. Everyone's so damn good here. I think it's a risk first reward thing. Can't really say either way is wrong, but it's definitely a way to get the win is a win in a sense. It's just a different way to get to the destination, I would call it. But your thoughts on the series so far, because all we've seen is low tier, and it's been not the usual Myth games where over 4+ minutes. That's insane to think about. Ed?
Oh, sorry, I didn't realize that was for me. Yeah, I mean, I think Myth. I mean, at this point, I think he's got to be feeling the pressure. Because Aria's not making this easy. I mean, at this point, it's basically a best of three. You got to be thinking of, hey, I wasn't able to use that power play correctly, but it's kind of a it's kind of a blessing in disguise because now you still have that for upcoming games. So I think Myth is definitely got to be feeling pretty good about that too.
I mean, that's the thing, Sanford. That we didn't see anything because just turns out, yeah, you got something now left over. That's the irony of this league. You can make a mistake, it works out in your favor to keep it, and now we're back to square one where you can still keep it, and you got a shot to really put momentum back in your favor. Talk to me how, I'm not sure we'll get there. If we get to that upper tier range, how both got to adapt because all we've seen is 5 to 8.
I mean, I think if you're Aria, you know in the back of your mind you're okay if it gets up to high tier, just because she's usually one of those that's really good with if you give her the ammo, she's gonna win the game. So I think from Myth aspect, it's gonna be how does he react to a game where if we do get into that high tier and there's a little bit more ammo out there, how does he react?
Something's got to give. It's 2 to 2, best of 3, and we're going back to Myth's homestand. Myth, your call, buddy. 6 and 7 off the board, free otherwise. What do we got?
I'm gonna go for a 9.
All right, there we go. A little upper tier, so we're starting to get up there. Mid tier, but we're starting to get up to that range of 10, where it gets anything goes. Here we go. Green 2 now.
Kind of crazy we haven't gone anywhere above 10 or it's just been single digits so far.
That's how it goes, man. Sometimes that's how the game does flow as we double up here from Gone to Cap, the European combo. Ireland to Latvia. And Sanford, you look at this game, is Ari, that changes everything.
Wow.
Another draw off the start. That's big for Myth.
You can
Yeah,
run.
especially because now Myth can just play Minesweeper a little bit here and just try and play any number that he wants.
It's working, man. This is huge for Myth. Now Ari into the double digits. Oh boy. Myth's still running the Minesweeper, as you say. He's down to 6. Off the Vapor 6. Is Ari switch? Yes, in the red, but does that give Myth a little advantage? He's been
Might
burned
give him
on the
what he
reds,
needs.
though. He's been burned on the reds. Not this time. 0 sugar.
He was ready.
At Sanford, at some point, you're not going to get burned on every color, or on one color for 5 straight games. So the law of averages will say you're going to get red at some point. That's just how this game is, for sure.
Yeah, especially since going to this spot.
+2?
Although Aria with a +2 to be able to respond.
Is it double? No, just a single +2, not a double +2. But Mid's still in the lead by 1 possession. Probably will be 2 possessions right here. See what he's got. Is he fire away for a double of his own? Erase it. Really loading up into Eric Monaco here. Let's see what he got.
Typing it out.
Goes to the grim. So
feels
no red. That's interesting. Could be saving. We'll see.
It feels like he was not too strong on the red, though. I mean, I don't know. I just kind of have a feeling he's kind of searching for his main color, and I think he's going to be strong in the yellow.
Go ahead, Sanford.
A little casino action.
Yeah, well, Casino Trip 7. We'll be going there a little bit later. So we go into the Stingray 5. See what will be for Aria now. Myth seems to have made his bet on no red. We'll see. Could be saving, but he's basically making his bet on number efficiency. This is a Peter. That goes back to it.
Ooh,
That's why I had a
I
feeling.
did not expect that fade.
I had a feeling. The law of average, you got to think at some point, fade it back. You have to. You can't just go into every game thinking, I got no red. Right? As Aria will. There we go. Just want to make sure. So mid out. So he fades it. He just tries to skim off the top and he gets burned for it. But he'll get bailed out. That's what he was waiting for. So there we go. Yeah, that's the thing. Sometimes you can get bailed out and get lucky. As now it's an even split game. Here we go.
As a player, that's always a great feeling, getting bailed out right away.
That's what you want. If you're Sam, that's crazy. Aria makes the bail, especially down at power play. You think this is part of the aggression trying to flush Mets PP?
I think it definitely could be, although it's a dangerous game to play in a best of 3. All honesty, I would.
Juiced.
I'm definitely trying to play away from what Myth could power play on. If I'm in Aria's shoes, at least in this game. Game 6, maybe you try and flush out the power play because then you have the extra game in hand.
What Myth do here? There's not much options left here, Ed. He's down to maybe 1 or 2 options unless there's a +4 bail coming. It's 5-2. What will he have? Let's find out.
Yeah, I mean, it feels like the advantage lies with Aria here. She's been running with the cards, and it doesn't really feel like she's going to stop. So it's really up to Myth to see how he defends here.
It has the power play if he needs it, but power play.
There it is.
Unreal for
Aria's
Myth.
too. We've seen this used to try and stall people out before.
This doesn't look like a stall out though. Here he comes.
Oh boy.
Let's see what he's got. Reverse, does he have it? Oh!
Huge.
Oh my goodness. Where did that come from? Where did that show?
And the game
Myth,
on its head.
To Myth, right away, you turn the game. All control in the world of Aria. You throw the power play. You saved it from that miscue earlier. It worked out. Where'd you get all those cards, man, first off? Was that off the +2 or? I'm not sure.
A lot of those cards, I had the +4 from the beginning, and I had the green +2 from the beginning. But when she played that +2 early on, that messed up some of my momentum because if it weren't for that, I had a path to victory. So I had to readjust, keep drawing, and then I took the risk of the power play and took the win.
I mean, before we get to Aria, thank you, Myth. Appreciate that. It really was. Ed and Sanford, the momentum swings have been insane. You think, okay, the old green for Aria. And all of a sudden, Aria's down at 2 in a blink of an eye, and then Myth finishes it off on that? On a 5-bagger? Come on. That weird game. Just strange series of just momentum swings, for sure.
But I think, looking at it, I think I would have just played, even just hang on to the power. I mean, I can't say I wouldn't use power play there. I've definitely been one to say use power play in game 5 when a best of 3, but I would have definitely given some thought to just doing a green wild into either the power play or just playing like the 7 into the +2, +4 reverse. Just because she had drawn on green before. Like make her prove that she had it or something. That would have been a thought process that would have gone through my mind.
With a chance to stall the game. And attack for later. Before that power play. I mean, I get where you're coming from, Sanford, for sure. I get that. Because the green, there could have been a nicer little tester. But at the same time, as Jay Caesar's in the chat, this is going to be a really interesting juxtaposition, Ed, because now it's a straight game. There's no power play. There's no more. There's really no power play anymore. There's nothing really to say we're going to go to the upper tier. There was a move there. It had to be a double blue combo, Ed. Had to be.
Yeah, it certainly feels like that.
If that was a double blue combo, Sanford, then I don't even think I mind the power play, or if it was a +4 finish. Right, if you just go green wild and it's a +4 finish, and you don't use the power play, game's over. So it's the micro margins, and ultimately Aria wins this game. She saves the power play from earlier, right? But Myth saved it after that miscue, and it's a strange thing, but sometimes a mistake is your best friend. And in the case, that mistake was bad for Myth, but guess what? It was your best friend because you kept it, and now you're one away. It's the notions and the pendulum swing. It's just been a lot of momentum, and where did this run come from? Moment. So good series so far. Hard to read. It'll be Aria's turn. We'll go to short here, but while we go to short for the call, your thoughts, Ed, on what Aria's got to do? Because all I'm seeing is just low tier. We're not even venturing up tier. What do you think she's got to do in this card start to try to get momentum? Because go ahead.
Yeah, I'm thinking this is maybe where she's got to go a little higher to throw Myth off his game and start with more cards to work with. That might be something that she can turn into a win here.
No 5 or 8s coming. Sanford, pivotal moment. Season on the line for Aria for Myth. Realistically, with his resume and all, this is just an insurance win. Thoughts on what Aria's got to do to get this to a game 7?
Well, I mean, she's got the card start in her favor. I think go high, try and put some pressure on the bot to give you something at least in terms of action cards, and play a style that's natural to her at that point.
Yeah, I guess I'll do it. No 5. Oh. Yeah, your turn, boss. Need you for the ref.
Caught him sleeping a little.
All good.
Picked
all
him
good.
off.
Yeah, these streams can get a little bit long on the post game and pre game. That's how it usually goes.
Oh boy, 6.
Well, that's how we do it, man. That's the beauty of the KT stream, baby. It's all about the yapping. But back to the 6. Oh boy, the gamble in a. What's that?
Kind of had a feeling.
It's a choice.
This is a gamble, man. 6, going for the risk. Can Aria find
a draw somewhere early?
Oh, another off the cuff. Triple play with the skips. Ridiculous.
That's your cards in half right off the bat.
Myth draws.
Duck.
What a clutch switch.
Is this Aria going to try to get the win on Myth in less than a minute? What would that be?
We were talking about how it might benefit her to go with a high start, but look at this. I mean, she's making it work. Wow.
Ooh, he checked, though. Myth, he's been burned on the red. Is red his best friend now?
Red's turned around. He's going to have something, I think.
You got to hope if you're Myth.
He's been burned on the red all series. If he has something here, what a moment that would be.
And then the last 2 games.
Doesn't want to game 7.
He's had red the last 2 games.
That's true. The law of averages are work. +4 stops that. And he keeps it red.
And he kept it red.
Intent right there for Myth. That's a statement of intent, as R would say. Unbelievable for Myth. The question now becomes, Sanford, is it war? Because at this rate, keeping it red, what has he got? He still has more. Myth has turned a table just like that. Unreal.
And again, I don't mind the keep it red. I think I would have held on to the +4 for 1 extra turn.
It's the micro margins, man. You never know. Well, you don't know what's on the other end.
I'm only saying that because he's up a game. If you're down a game,
true.
Fair enough.
But the yellow is biting him now.
I think I would have forced Aria to at least have the double play.
Oh, here comes another yellow skip. Is this
and
Aria
that's
check?
The reason why, too, is because now play yourself into this position.
That's game. Game 7. Everything on the line. There's no questions to be asked on that one. That was insane.
Wow.
Yeah, I think for me, I think I would have definitely held on to the +4. At least the 1 extra turn. Force Aria to at least prove to you that she's got the double play. I'd rather have lost on the double play than probably losing on the draw into a +4.
Myth, could you, on hindsight, do you think what Sanford was saying, right? Wait the extra turns. You just feel, well, I'm thinking you can't risk it, micro margins. What do you think would have been preferred here?
Yeah, I definitely would have not played a +4 in hindsight. I was just like, does she have the finish? Like, does she have like a 2-card finish? And that like kind of got in my head. And then it's very much a possibility that her +4 and then her other action cards came from that +4.
What was the return off the +4?
I think that's the question that has to go to Aria too. Is when did she get the +4?
Yeah, that's what I'm going to ask. That's the only thing I can really. There's not much to ask. Well, we've seen 2 of them today, so 2 out of 3. We're batting 666. That might be an omen for later. But regardless, it's been a good series. It's been a weird series, guys, because we don't have anything upper tier, and if this was anyone else, full set. I don't think so here. I don't see a world where Myth's going to do that. No way.
The only thing low that Myth could do is 5. He can't do 6. He can't do 7. He can't do 9. I mean, he can do 8, but
8. Yeah, I'm thinking 8 or 10. I got the red a little bit, but I've held to get it down. We just have to try to close it out.
ignored the idea of what was the return.
That's a little bit of a politician answer right there. There's no doubt. Yeah, it's a little bit of Abion did that a lot last year. It's kind of funny.
We love deflective answers.
The best answers are usually that, or who's got good answers? A Stack. We're fired up. That's another good one. That's a great answer.
Fired up.
Yeah,
you can't throw me into that one because usually I'm a deflective answer on that.
Yeah. Yeah, there's always gamesmanship. The OGs definitely have that gamesmanship. Not always going to tell where the truth, and that's the beauty of it. All right, Ed, size it up here, man. Game 7, not really much to say other than it's been low tier. Who's going to win the ultimate prevail by? You think Mitt's going to try to go something higher, or you think he sticks with his 5 or 8 that we're looking at? I don't know.
I mean, every time we say they're going to go high, they still end up going low. So, shoot, I'm going to say they're going low, but watch them go high. But you know what? I think Aria's got a little bit more momentum here, so it's got to play it smart because Aria's coming in guns blazing, nothing to lose.
This is that Sanford season. I don't know. We all know what's at stake.
Not a whole lot.
What's that?
She said it gave her something, but not a whole lot.
Yeah, it was such a quick game. It's sometimes these quick games, how much momentum can you really take over? It's going to be the key. I've only seen quick games sometimes, and except those first 2 ones. Well, this is it. Aria wins, keeps the Super League drink line loss. That's it for Myth. A win here. That will secure officially, realistically, a loss, and he'll sweat a little bit, but I think he's still in a comfortable spot. But regardless, he wants to get the win on an OG. 29 wins combined. Who's going to get that 30th win? Someone will. But will be Myth getting that 15th or Aria getting that 16th. Myth, everything on the line, buddy. You know the drill.
Right.
Once again. What was that?
I'm going to take a risk, and I'm going to go for 10.
It's not bad. That's why I was thinking 10. I was thinking 10 because he has done this before. First double-digit start. Here we go. Right down the middle. And we started off with a half-off special from a 10 to the Sting 5. Buckle up, boys. It's about to get wild.
Immediate first wall.
JT.
Switch it right away. Why
The
not?
JT, baby. The JT switch.
We'll send a Myth edition.
It's just 10.
Double knob. Oh, this
Double
is poker.
4.
This is poker. This is poker off the dot right here. They have not seen this meta all game. That would be something if we get the poker hands to finish it off. Into the blue 3 here.
Both players had the same hand.
Here comes the red. Remember, no such thing as power play. It's a straight OG classic fight.
Who gets to the run first?
Myth been burned on red, but so far he's been getting some back. It's now other colors he's getting burned on.
Finds the cherry, 0 sugar.
Zero sugar. Here comes Sanford. There you go. Haven't seen much of you all game.
I think that's literally the first time we've seen the red 6 this series.
There you are, buddy. Making an appearance in the clutch. Oh!
Double +2.
Holy moly. Insane.
Down to 3, Aria up to 12.
That's
oh man,
insane.
what did Aria get off that though?
Can Aria just go back to red, though? Is this Myth making the break? Is he looking for the dagger?
Oh, it's 3rd time? Okay.
You know, this is funny. I'm thinking back to this, too, because I remember Myth playing somebody where he didn't use the right ammo correct. I don't remember who it was. He told me this in one of the games. It was back in T2. Might have been Toaster. I don't know. But you wonder if in these moments like this, you just make the break now. Go on offense. I don't mind it. This isn't a non-situation where it's going to be ISO City, for sure.
Sorry, I spoke over you.
+4, you're good. Oh, here we go.
Into
Triple
reverse.
play. Triple play, yep. Myth still leads, though. That's the beauty. That's the beauty of that triple play, right? It's a master, but you still got the possession.
The swap of +2s would lead you to believe that Myth maybe doesn't have red. Could have picked that up off of +4.
We'll see. He's going to have red right now, but once again, that could be off the +4, right? We don't know if he actually had more red before that +2 initiation. We'll see. Are you taking your time here, Ed? And at this point, I think all bets are off, man. 3 card deficit, but that can be wiped away in 10 seconds.
Absolutely. She's really thinking it through here. It kind of feels like she's maybe warming up for a run here, or maybe she's going to bait us all with a draw. Yeah, sure.
That's nothing. It's a little bait, and Mitch draws back. Okay. So it's a wait and see who's going to get top decks now.
That would definitely support the idea that the red 5 came off the +4, because it is a
Absolutely,
very classic move to save the +2s to be a switch of color when you're out of a color. So
Chopper, there we go. 10-8 now. Here comes Myth. Let's see. What does he got? Drawing back again, maybe waiting for Aria to make the switch.
Might be setting up for the switch here.
No,
but
no switch.
Keep drawing.
No, I mean, this is what we saw with Namabi on, and Myth's going to top. Okay. So he'll get a topper. Someone wants to make the switch first, just who wants to do it? That's the bottom line. Who wants to make it? And, well, Aria will do it for it. There we go.
There you go.
For us. Into the gun, too. Now the question is, if you're Myth, do you push the throttle here? Because if that +2 combo was it, right? Was that a way to flush out +4s? And you got to hope you get some return, because you're going to get more now. Here comes a +2 of Aria now. Double play.
Yeah, we're opening up that green for the first time, so we're gonna be seeing some more aggressiveness coming out to play here.
Aggression's out of control now here as we got a tie game. Aria with the PA Sanford. Here he comes. On the Chomic base date. 888 on the scoreboard. Aria goes half off. It's back and forth. It's now it's a sprint. Now it's 7-7 sprint here. Here we go. Sprint time.
Well, and again, we're back to the situation of we're playing the game of who gets to run first, because both players seem to run it at least a little bit.
Green 3 into a 1-up this time to cap from Aria.
Well, that's double 4 from Aria.
Yeah, self ditto. Who's gonna make the break? At this rate, who's gonna make the break again? I think there's another break point coming. Let's see if it's Myth.
To me, if I'm in Myth's shoes, the double 4 tells me Aria's might be out of green. Because that seems like a move you do.
Oh, he makes the break. Here we go.
Blue.
Triple
This could be it.
Is this it for Myth? This could be a ridiculous run.
He could have played one extra card there.
Is this it for Myth for a ridiculous run to finish it off? Or is it to check? That's it!
7-bagger again!
A 7-bagger gets it done. Welcome to Super League, 100%. Myth gets it in.
Wasn't that how the DJ series ended?
That I don't know how that one ended.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
Unreal. Wow, I mean, I gotta go to Myth. Myth, ridiculous 7-bagger. I've got to ask, man, was that a little bit of knowledge that maybe past Game 7 to use that +2, weed it off, or did Aria's +4 give you the mother of all returns?
Yeah, Aria's +4 helped me out. I had like a workable deck beforehand, but then like the +4 really helped me out. And then it was just like finding the time where I can like use all the cards.
Well, you just made Jay Caesar really happy, but regardless of that, I got to go to you, man. How did you stay in it? Because let's face it, you ain't used to 35 minutes, you're used to 15 minutes. How did you have a little bit more resiliency to win maybe 20 extra minutes than what you're normally used to? Talk me through that. That's insane.
Well, I was able to like think out like how am I gonna like go through it, and I had to adapt to the playstyle if I wanted to win the game.
Your thoughts, man, on just the sheer mortality of this game. We talked about the number switching. You decide to make a break to go upper tier. Do you think that could suffice you well? Obviously, you could get a rematch if you play Gon. You saw Gon, I believe, earlier in the season. I think that was the game. It was you and Gon back in the Final Four. Or if you get gold, that would be a another classic OG battle from the past. Whoever you get, how do you try to execute? Because it's looking really good for Super League. Now, you're pretty much, I think we'll see you there at this rate.
It's about being able to adapt to how the opponent plays and being able to get the right cards.
Short, simple, sweet to the point. Man, a few words. That's the myth, man. The myth, the legend. I'm going to get a question to Aria. Sanford, I think ultimately that 7-bagger, again, 2 nickels. I like that comment. I think more importantly, though, both got what they wanted, man. They both got what they wanted. They wanted to go low. They wanted to go into that. Can we call it fortuitous luck bounce? I think that's a fair word, fortuitous luck bounce. And ultimately, Myth found the last laugh and moved forward. Thoughts on that?
I mean, if you had blindfolded me to the series and told me that the series was between Myth and Aria and asked me how it ended, I would have probably told you it had ended on some insane run. So from that aspect, it's not surprising to me that the series between these two players ended on a 7-bagger. The fact that it's happened twice today is just insane, though. So congrats to Myth. Definitely helps out anyone that was on the bubble. Because Aria was one of those players that was trying to get her way into it. So tough loss for her. Probably ends her season here. And now it's going to make that bubble battle even that much more interesting.
Yeah, your thoughts on what we saw today? It was just ridiculous momentum swings. At some points, it seemed like Myth had all the control. And then Aria would steal it back. Then Myth would steal. Then Aria. It took to a 7-bagger to finally cop it up. And it wasn't even a Myth-style 1-minute win. It was a 6-minute win almost. Thoughts on that, just how back and forth we were today. And nothing really seemed fluid. It was all sporadic at many points.
Yeah, certainly. Aria definitely made Myth work for it. It did not make it easy on him, but that just goes to show you how competitive these players can really get, and what moves and risks that players are willing to make to go for wins. I kind of think about that switch to blue earlier. Just sometimes you gotta make those big moves to make things happen, and you know what, Myth he was able to make it happen today, and he's moving on.
Myth moves on. He'll get the winner of Gone, and the goal is out on the screenshot. Just let me know, buddy. Is it? You got the graphics fresh sheet? I can move on. All right, we'll go. So it's going to be Myth. Will he get a home game? We'll see. To get the home game, we'll have to hope Gone wins. If not, it'll be Myth gold. That'll be an interesting one. Myth really helped bring gold to the league, just like myself. So that would be a little bit of a blast from the past. We'll see how that one goes. One more game left on the day. It's another bubble battle, but it's the ultimate bubble battle. It's the man everyone had a target on Andy's bat. He was the 16th player because remember Ashley's not playing, and there are still speculation on what's good with Gone. But regardless, Andy was the biggest target. He was 16th coming in. Well, he plays tonight. If he gets the win against Nick, then the situation gets tense. If he loses, then boy, oh boy, does it open it up for guys like Nam and many behind who have just won or are ready to play tomorrow and Friday. It's only going to get more intense. This is day one. If we can get 5 or 6 more of those, hats off at the end of the day. What a series we've had so far, and a couple series we've had to start the day on this opening day of Wednesday, Toxic 32 in Apocalyptic August. For myself, Charles Sanford, want to shout out Short, Sky Couldn't Rep, stepping in. Ed Ziemba as well helping me out, and our 2 players, Myth and Aria. What a day. Congratulations to Myth. We'll most likely see him in the BKK. For Aria, a good season, a good return, some really good second half, despite the first half having some troubles. Good second half, we'll see if we get a quote. Regardless, congratulations to Myth. He's moving on. We'll see him in the Swarm 16. We'll see you one more game tonight. I'll be back on there. Looking forward to that with Andy Nick, the rematch, 7:30. That one will be a hard stop at 9, though. That one I don't think I can get away with it unlike today at this 3:30 game. So regardless, I will see you at 7:30 with Nick and Andy and some friends. Have a good one. Until then, peace. This has been a presentation of MRE Division 1.